Hello guys, welcome to another video in our channel, and today we're gonna learn how to build an AI agent that can do the follow-up for you of your suppliers, right? So before we start, please don't forget to click on the like button and also hit subscribe, okay? So guys, this is the workflow that we're gonna build. We're gonna build essentially two workflows, okay? This one here, like I mentioned in this text here, can be done in other flow as well, but I want to show you that it's possible having two automations in the same workflow, in the same file of NHM. So the main goal here, guys, is that I will have this spreadsheet here that has the supplier, PO number, supplier email, the main language that the supplier speaks, expects date of that material, and the status of that PO, if it's overdue, delivered, and open. So I built an AI agent here that will send email to all of the suppliers in the spreadsheet. In this case I only have 3, but it's the same logic if you have 25, 30, 100 suppliers, 100 POs, right? And this agent will send this email asking about information about if the material will be ready on time, if this material will be shipped on time, and so on and so forth. After I receive an answer in that specific email, in that thread of the supplier, will trigger another flow that will make sure that the agent will read this email and send me a message on my bot on Telegram. So I created this bot here, supplier's warning. So go straight to my Telegram and I can take a look if I really need to do some action regarding this PO or not, right? So here you can see that I have this scheduled trigger that will trigger the whole process. So I have this happen every day at 9 a.m. But in this case, I will execute the workflow here because it's not 9 a.m. at this moment, right? So I'm gonna be executing this workflow, and you can see the agents will create a message, an email with help of Gemini, and this email will be sent to suppliers that I have in the Google Sheets, okay? You can see here that I have 3 suppliers, but one status is delivered. So this person should not receive any mail. This one here, Maglo Grid Solutions, okay? This one will not receive an email because the PO is already delivered, okay? So here, this execution that I just did should have sent an email for those 2 suppliers. Look, supply automation, the person, me, that is sent this email. We are currently preparing our operations and would like to confirm if PO remains on schedule for the expected delivery date of June 15, 2026, okay? And this other email, let me show you as well here. It's in Portuguese. Why? You can see here, acompanhamento do pedido em atraso. So here it's in Portuguese because this supplier, look, I'm gonna just show you here. This supplier specific, I have the supplier main language, which is Portuguese. The second one would be Spanish, but this person is not receiving any mail because it's delivered. And the other one is English. So my agent will take a look of each language of this supplier and send the email. If I have status over, if I status is delivered, this person will not receive any mail. Okay, so it's the first flow here, but after a person answer you here, after the supplier answer you here, you're gonna see that this will trigger our Telegram here, and I'm gonna show you here right now, right? So let me choose this supplier. So I'm gonna reply as if I was this supplier and say, hey, sorry, but this PO will not be ready on time. This PO will not be ready on time. My bad, like for instance. So let's send this, and this will trigger another workflow, which is this workflow below here. Let me show this one here. So we're gonna have a Gmail trigger. We're gonna check which supplier is this one with this node get rolling sheets. After that, we're gonna have an AI agent that is powered by Gemini as well, that will that will create a message and send a text message on my Telegram on the bot that I created, right? And after a few seconds, guys, we're gonna have, like here, you can see I have one notification on my Telegram, and if I look here, look, supplier response alert. So a supplier just answered my email, my threads, right? The supplier name, Aero Energy Wind Turbine Systems. The detected status is delayed because our agents, from the message that the supplier answered, thought, this is delayed, this is not good. And the summary of the reply is the supplier confirmed that PO will not be ready by scheduled date of June 15, but did not provide a new delivery timeline. So with that, you can know that the suppliers need your action. You are in your Telegram, you are doing your work on a daily basis, and you just receive this message on Telegram, and you think like, hey, now I need to take care of that, all right? So this, with this information, you can just take your phone and get more information with the supplier, or just look for another supplier, okay? You can have these options. So we're gonna build this step by step. We're gonna build first this first workflow here that will get information from Google Sheets, send to supplier, and after that we can do this other flow that can be done in other workflow or not, okay? So let's start here. And I'm gonna be using the first thing, the schedule trigger. So for instance, let's say that you want to send this email every day at 9 a.m. You can say like this, you can schedule 9 a.m. here. So just pick schedule trigger and make sure that you choose your time, right? The hour, for instance, 9 a.m. Okay, the next step, guys, is gonna be the get row in sheets, because you want to get information from that PO tracker here, that sheet. Okay, so let's create another node, which will be Google Sheets, and I have here this option of get rows in sheets. So I'm gonna grab this one here, gonna select my credential and also my my sheet, which is PO tracker, and I only have one sheet here. Guys, this next step is important because I will add a filter. Okay, I don't want that my agents send an email if that PO is already delivered. You can see that in this case, this company here, Maglo Grid Solutions, already delivered our PO. So in this case, I don't need to have information from them because this PO is already delivered. So I'm gonna choose a column here, which is status, and I'm gonna be inserting the value here, which is overdue, for instance, and one more filter, which is the status as well, and the other option is overdue and open. So you're gonna have open and overdue. Okay, so guys, let's say that you have 10 status. It's better that here you add 9 filters, because the other filter will be the deliver one, and deliver one cannot be used. In this case, you could have like also do a if node as well, but I want to use here in the Google Sheets. But you can say you can create a node if, and that if will just pass through if there is like no delivery status. Right? You can do the same thing, goes both sides. But in this case, I will not use the filter or if nodes. I'm gonna do the filter inside the Google Sheets to make it just like the workflow smaller. So if I hit execute step, it's not gonna happen anything because the combined filters is end, and it should be or. Don't forget that. It could be or overdue or open. So if I hit execute step now, all right, I have 2 items. You can see that? 2 items here. Awesome. Makes sense because I have another 2 suppliers, 2 POs that don't have delivery steps. Okay? So let me just go back here. I'm just gonna change this name, PO supplier tracking. And that's it. From now, the Google Sheets is done. We're gonna add the AI agents node, which would be really important here in our workflow. So I'm gonna be using the AI agent. Okay, and instead of use connect chat trigger node, I will use define below. And also it's important that we also add here add option system message. Okay, we're gonna insert here the information. I will leave for you this prompt that we're gonna use here in prompt fields and also in system message. Okay, so let me just pick here. And don't worry, I will leave this both texts for you. Okay, so just gonna copy here and gonna take a look together. Make sure that you hit expression, and I also have here a system message as well. Just copy here, system message. Okay, let's open and take a look together here. Let's take a look here what I did. Please write a short draft email based on the specific purchase order data. So here, guys, I already have this in my prompt, but you can just put supplier name and bring from Google Sheets. Look, let me just show you here. It's really easy, just gonna drag and drop. So I have here the supplier name, purchase order number, original expected delivery date, and current order status. You're gonna bring this whole thing from here. Look, I'm gonna just drag and leave here. So the next one, original expected delivery date, we're gonna bring is expected date, and current order status, we're gonna bring status here, right? So make sure that what I'm telling here is make sure that the draft is direct, reference these details clearly, and ask them to reply with an update delivery date as soon as possible. Okay, so this is the prompt that we're gonna use to create the email for our supplier. All right, but besides that, we're gonna also have the system message, right? Here is the prompt that I'm gonna be inserting, that I'm gonna be sent to my AI agent, and here we're gonna have the system message. It's like the action that this AI agent have to perform. So two things you need here. You're gonna have this prompt, like what this AI agent needs to do, and the system message here is the behavior that this agent needs to have. Okay, let's take a look in the system message now. This should have like an expression. Let me just make sure here that the NA channel will. Nice. Okay, it's green now. So here, guys, I have like just gonna pass real fast, not gonna read everything, but I mentioned here that this AI agent needs to be like a supply chain procurement assistant, and his job is to draft a localized email to suppliers regarding their purchase order status based on the current tracking data. You can take a look later on, but the main important thing here, guys, is two things. The main important things here are this language. Look, I mentioned here that you must write the entire mail completely in this language. Which language? This supplier main language. Do not use any other language. And this here, this green thing here, I'm bringing from this option. Look, supplier main language. I'm bringing this from a previous node, which is the Google Sheets node. Okay. Also, another important thing here is the formula here, that the today date is now format and the formats that I want. It's just to make sure that the AI knows what day today is, because he's gonna take a look if that PO is delayed or not, and this is important once this agent sends the email. Okay, and you can take a look later. For instance, I just want the email concise, like just 3 or 4 sentences, and so on and so forth. Okay, and guys, the other thing that you need to do in this AI is to add a chat model. I'm gonna be using the Gemini. Okay, so I'm gonna use Gemini here, which is free, and you can do some tests before before you look for another tier that is paid. And I'm gonna be using here like this Swift log credential. Please, if you don't remember how to create a Google Gemini API key here to use Gemini for free, take a look at the end of the video that I will leave for another video of our channel that teach exactly you how to create this credential. Okay, a step-by-step process. Not gonna be doing here again, but please take a look if you don't know exactly how to create. In this case, since we are not using this is not really important like having a memory, I'm not gonna be using any memory here, not even a simple memory, right? So if I just execute this step, the AI is gonna think and create our email. And let's see what this AI is created for us. Look, I have here two outputs, two items, right? And you can see that the first one is in Portuguese because that supplier speaks Portuguese, his main language, and the other one is in English. So the AI agent is really working in the sense that he is creating the email, he is telling what this supplier needs to do, and also he is sending this, he is creating this in the language that is required, the language of the supplier, right? So you can see here that he is informing the PO, the date that is needed, right, is June 15th, and here in this case it's May 2022, and also look, the format date here is in Portuguese, the format date here is in English, so our AI agent is capable of doing that. And just so you can have more information, let's can make sure, you can see that the expected date here is really May 22, and in this case the expected date here is June 6th. Sorry, 15th of June, alright? So in this case it's 15th of June. And okay, so now it's working, but you can see that our output here is together, right? Look, I have the subject, which is this PO here, and also I have the body of the email itself. I need to split this. And how, guys, we can split this output here? You have a few options. You can insert something here in the system message, say, hey, please split always the output in subject and email body. But since I'm using here this supplier main language, I want to show you another way to do this split, right? So I'm gonna be hitting here to add the next step, and I'm gonna be using code. This code would be in JavaScript, and I'm gonna be pasting here this code that I'm gonna be leaving for you guys later. Okay, so here I just have like a few translations of subject, and also just to make sure that this material will be split, not the material, this output will be split, right? So I'm gonna hit execute step, and you can see here that I have the subject, the email body, like a request, right? But don't forget, you can insert also in the AI agent and use edit fields node after, right? So let's go here. Let's finish this flow. Let's use Gmail. Next step, and I'm gonna be using this send a message. Okay, the credential here would be this one that I have this email here that I will be sent this email, and the two here, guys, the person that will receive will be always in the get rows and sheets in that previous node. So I'm gonna be looking for supplier email, bring, and right now, since I already requested for our code in JavaScript, I'm gonna be dragging the subject here. I'm gonna be using email type text as well, just to make it easier, and the email body here, right? One more thing that we need to do, we need to click in add option and remove that append any attribution that we did in another workflows in our channel, right? Just so that attachment will not appear. So let's hit execute step, and you can see here that I sent 2 emails, right? Let me open here so you can take a look. Okay, you can see here that I already received. Look, you can see that is in Portuguese because that supplier I inserted in my Google Sheets that is in Portuguese. You can see that was like right now, 0 minutes ago, and you can see that the whole email is in Portuguese, right? And the other one, let me open here so you can take a look. It's new, so I just received as well, and it's in English because the main language of that supplier is English. So their air energy wind turbine systems and the email that I created. Okay, so here, guys, this first workflow, it's already created. It's good, it's working properly. But remember, I have one more workflow, which is the email, which is the flow that will receive the email from that supplier, their answer, right? And you can see, you can create this workflow within this this file here, or you create another file as well. I'm gonna be using the same workflow here. So even though there are 2 workflows, this triggers will work in a different ways and will not give it some trouble to each other here, right? So let me go here and look for another trigger. I have this option, look, add another trigger, and I'm gonna be looking for Gmail, right? Gmail on message received, right? Make sure that you use the same credentials that gonna be that you choose in the last workflow, right? So supply Gmail, I'm gonna be leaving every minute, and in this case, I'm gonna be hitting the simplify button to remove. I want every information. Great. So in this case, guys, before we start here, we take a look here. Let me answer something, right? Because if not, this will not be working. So I'm gonna be using this email here. I'm gonna reply, hey guys, sorry for the delay. Oh, sorry for the delay, but this material will be more late. Probably you just gonna receive somewhere around September, for instance. Okay, so hit some. You just okay. So let's hit enter and send this. Guys, this will trigger the next workflow. But remember, this should be working only if that you're gonna receive that specific thread, alright? So I'm gonna be using the email trigger here. And in order to this not happen for every email in your inbox, we're gonna do like a get rosy sheet node as well after this one, right? So let's just fetch test event. I'm gonna be receiving this email. Hey guys, sorry for the delay, but this material will be more late. Great. So just to make sure that this will not trigger other process, I'm gonna be click here. Gonna look for Google Sheets as well, and using get rosy sheet to make sure that we're gonna look for that specific supplier. And here guys, we're gonna use the same PO tracker sheet and the same sheets as well. All right. At this moment, guys, we just had to add one filter, which is the supplier. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking for a supplier email, and I'm gonna drag this information here in the previous node. Let's find here from, and here we have the address that sends. So our node here will take a look if that email received is really coming from the supplier, because here from supplier, this one in this case, this third one, I will the workflow will continue. Okay, and let's execute step. Okay, you can see that we have this PO number. In that case, I will continue the process, right? We will continue the workflow. And at this moment, we need to add an AI agent. So here, guys, we have the AI agents that will be sent. Will be sent the emails. So I'm gonna change the name, right? So let's use like sending emails agents. And right now we're gonna add another AI agent. Will be sent the Telegram, for instance, right? So I'm gonna change the name here, Telegram AI agent, for instance, just to have more to differentiate more from another one from another, right? And here, guys, we're gonna once more define below, and the prompt here, guys, will be the text in the Gmail. Let me look here. We're gonna have the information of the text here, which is, hey guys, sorry for the delay, but this material will be more late, just September, right? Okay, and also we're gonna add the system message as well. I'm gonna be leaving you here this system message. Let me just copy here and paste. Let me open. Look, you are an expert, efficient supply chain operation assistant. Your job is to read the incoming mail reply from our international supplier, translate if it's necessary. So let's say that the answer is in Portuguese or Spanish. He has to translate this in English and send to my Telegram. Right? Here I also have the supplier. So I'm gonna be bringing from the Google Sheets notes as well. Okay? And other information that you can take a look later on. Awesome. The chat model would be Gemini as well, the same thing. To make it easier, it's free for us. I'm gonna be looking for the same credential. I'm gonna be use the same credential. And once more, does not require a memory. Okay, so let's hit here execute step to take a look what will happen. Great, guys. Now we have this output, which is our alert. Look, supplier response alert. The supplier indicates a significant delay with the new estimated delivery date time frame shifted from June to approximately September 2026. So guys, this is great. It's working. So right now, if you receive this message on Telegram, you're just gonna have some other action instead of just waiting for that PO, right? That purchase. So let's add the next step, the last one, which will be Telegram. So I'm gonna use Telegram, and in this case, I have this send a text message. I already created a credential before in the chat ID, and I'm gonna be leaving for you at the end of the video as well how to create a bot on Telegram. So here I have this bot created before, and I show you already in this channel. I'm gonna be leaving at the end of the video so you can take a look. All right? So I'm just gonna use the credential, which is supplier warning, and here, guys, I'm gonna be using my own ID. So as it's gonna appear, it's gonna disappear for you there. But remember, in this case, it's always the same person, like a leader, a boss, or a coordinator. We receive always the same person. We receive this this information. So in this case, I'm just gonna copy and paste my chat ID here from Telegram, and you can do the same thing as well. So you're just gonna look for your Telegram ID and paste here. And if you want to find your chat ID, you just can look for on Google or another artificial intelligence tool, and they're gonna say to you a step by step. So copy this chat ID here and paste in this field, right? Okay, so I just pasted here my chat ID, and I'm gonna bring the text, which is the output itself, right? So here we have this this message that will be sent to my Telegram. And one more thing, guys, is just to here remove the append NH attribution as well. And if I execute step, let's see, I received the message. You can see here that is the same supplier because we're doing the testing. But right now I have another text. Look, the supplier indicated a significant delay for PO with the new estimated delivery date to September, right? So right now you can just take this, give a call to the supplier or look for another supplier, right? So guys, I'm just gonna activate this workflow, and here I'm just gonna use this thing here to show you that it's from another flow, right? Just to be more organized. Gonna be looking for Telegram flow, for instance. Sorry, here, Telegram flow. All right, and I'm gonna be publishing this, right? So just like I show you at the start of our video, I'm gonna be hit execute step, because right now I'm gonna not step, I'm gonna be gonna execute the workflow. So just gonna use here the schedule trigger and gonna execute the whole workflow. And let's take a look in the email that I received right now. It's here the same email, right? Just change something. The AI did here, inserted the supplier here, even better. And here is the same thing that we already saw. It's gonna expect it on June 15, and I'm gonna inform him. I'm gonna reply that, hey, it will arrive tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just gonna send, and this will trigger that other workflow, that second workflow here that I call Telegram flow. And hey guys, just one warning, I used here the Supplier main language just to showcase that AIs are really good in translating, but sometimes this column here is not even important. You can just translate as well anytime that you want in another AI tool. And the notification is that the supplier response alert here, you can see that the supplier confirmed that delivery will arrive tomorrow, significant ahead of the original schedule's June 15 date, right? So guys, I really hope that this was helpful for you, and if you really enjoyed, don't forget to click on like button, and I hope that I can see you soon. Bye bye.